Today we're going to be taking a look at Auburn University point guard Sharife Cooper, who since being declared eligible by the NCAA has been skyrocketing up most NBA draft boards. As you see right here, Sharife's been averaging 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists per game. And actually, if you go and look at ESPN's latest mock draft, they have him going as high as 9. So they do have him cracking the lottery. And obviously, to go ahead and get into it, I think the thing that has most impressed most about Sharife's game so far this season is definitely his ability to facilitate the basketball. He's got it all. Left hand, right hand, off the bounce, chest pass, lobs, from really anywhere on the court, in the paint, half court, top of the key. I believe he's got to be the best passing prospect in this draft coming up. Now, not to diminish any of his passing at all, because he's great at it all. Like I said, all types of passes. But I think he's truly one of the best oop throwers I've seen in quite a while. He'll throw them on target, on time, on the money, from really anywhere. And a lot of times he'll throw lobs that you watching the game might not even see were there. I believe this one right here is one. That's just a great find. And he'll do stuff like this all the time. You surround him with some guys who can really elevate, and he'll put the ball on the money. And I'll probably skip around a lot on this one just because, it's going to be a lot of the same, which isn't a problem at all. A lot of what he does is going to be the same, and he does it extremely well. Yeah, I believe here you'll just see two more, just nice passes. There's a no-look, top of the key in transition. This next one's another lob from almost half court that he just puts on the money. But there's one coming up here soon that I really wanted to stop and look at. Yeah, I believe it's this next one. This one right here is just a great drop-off. This right here that's a great pass. The left hand, his offhand, top of the key on the money. Let's look at that again. On the move, just like that. That's a great pass. And like I said, I believe he'll do that again. He does that all the time. He's got phenomenal court vision. I think the next thing, and there are a few other things I want to talk about. As here, this is just another one. But I think the next thing that's most impressive has got to be his finishing ability, his ability to finish at and around the rim. Now, I hate to even, kind of compare anybody to Kyrie Irving just because he's in a class of his own in terms of finishing. But I really believe Sharife is almost that level, that type of an elite finisher. Now, what a lot of people may not know is when Sharife first got to Auburn this summer, he put on 20 pounds. And I think that was huge. He obviously coming in was already a great finisher. But a lot of times you'll notice now he's able to finish through much larger defenders, as you see right there. And I think him putting on that additional weight, particularly in his upper body, you can see a lot of times in the chest and arms and chest and shoulders, he can just go through contact and finish over it. Now, one thing that is hard to kind of pick up, at least in film, and I watch a lot of Auburn games. I'm an Auburn fan. But you can see the quickness and you can kind of see the pace. As here, I wanted to mention this not to cut myself off. This is another. He throws these touch lobs so well. Like I said, he barely has the ball in his hands there. Boom. I believe there's one coming up right after this as well. You'll see it here next. But no, what I was saying, you can't really tell through the film how in control of the game he truly is. He's always going at his own pace. He's never sped up. There's the lob I was talking about, and he doesn't force too often. He makes the right basketball play the majority of the time. There's another one of what I was talking about earlier. Just finishing through a much larger defender. There is one of those exact passes I was talking about earlier. He does it again. Just top of the key while being pressured. Left-handed over the defender. It's top of the key, a lob on the money. Yeah, he's obviously, you can see this through, if you've seen any highlights, unbelievably quick, and it's almost impossible to keep him out of the lane. Once he gets that step on you and he's still low down on the ground, there's not much you can do. And with that finishing ability and his ability to facilitate, he's really dangerous in and around, anywhere with inside the arc, really. Now, of course, he does obviously have his weaknesses, and that's one of them right there. He makes that one. But overall, he has only shot 24% from three this season, which, as an undersized guard at the next level, that won't work. He's going to have to get that up. And he's kind of got an untraditional shot. I wouldn't say fixing is necessarily the problem, but he's definitely got to shoot better for sure at the next level. He's actually only shooting 39, 40% from the field, but I don't read too much into the shooting from the field just because he's the guy he's getting all the attention right now at Auburn. So I believe, that percentage should get higher. I'd expect it to be higher. The three, I hope, will get higher, of course, and I think it will. But that's the one I'd be more worried about as of right now. And then, of course, being, undersized like he isn't going to be able to be the best defender. Now, he isn't a bad defender by any means. As you'll see right here, there's a couple times his quickness and his instincts, if he wants to translate that to the defensive side of the ball, he can, and he can make great plays on defense, taking charges, getting interceptions. He's, not to call these guys out, but he's not like a Trae Young or a Lou Williams, guys who are undersized and also aren't the best defenders. He's more of a Steph Curry, maybe John Morant, type guy, where obviously because of his stature he'll be limited, but you can clearly see that he's trying, and he can make plays on that end of the floor. Now, if you were asking me personally if I would consider taking him as high as in the lottery, I think it really just depends. It depends on who I am. If I think he's the fourth best point guard prospect, so if I'm somebody in that area and the other three have gone, I'd consider taking him for sure. But it's just a tough call, obviously. Um, I like him a lot, but there once again, just finishing through a much larger defender. But the size and the perimeter shooting is definitely a reason for concern. I'd definitely say he's a first rounder, but I think lottery just depends on the team. Of course, if you got any other guys, as we wind down with Sharife here, if you got any other guys suggestions you want me to do, feel free to let me know. And I hope you enjoyed it.